So today we're in Cartagena, and today we're gonna talk about the most common spots for tourists and especially for expats.
So as we said in the intro, we are currently in Cartagena and we will talk about the most famous expat spots and spots for tourists as well here in Cartagena. And we start off with the Centro Histórico or Historic Center here in Cartagena, which is inside the wall.
So now we're inside the wall. Inside the wall you find a lot of historical buildings. You don't find any skyscrapers at all. And also it's like another world. So imagine everything here inside is a lot more expensive. So I would recommend you, if you want to have dinner or lunch or whatever, you should go and take it outside the wall, come back and have like an ice cream or something. But like really good menus, like big menus, are so expensive here inside. And there are a lot of tourists here everywhere. So the only thing, like, there are not a lot of locals here, and the locals you find here are vendors. So they want to sell you fruits or juice or whatever. And don't forget, if you're not speaking Spanish, especially if you're not speaking Spanish at all, they will gringo price you. So means they will charge you more because you're a foreigner. Don't forget this. If you're considering living inside the wall, be aware that it's a lot more expensive for everything here inside. But you have the benefit of security because there are a lot of police officers around the whole historical city. Also, you got the historical environment and everything is walkable. So if you need anything like a restaurant or a supermarket or anything, everything is walkable. So everything in walkable distance. If you have the money and want to stay in an apartment in the historic center, you will live in a wonderland of historic buildings like from a different time. This could be perfect for expats that do not live permanently in a foreign country but just a couple of months. So you escape from, example, winter in New York and come down to Cartagena to extend your summer. The historic center is really the gem of Cartagena and reminds you of past centuries. So we're here on the top of the wall where you can perfectly see the difference between the historic center and the more modern part of the city.
So this is another area where we currently are right now. This is called Boca Grande. It has a lot of edificios, a lot of tall edificios and a nice beach, and really has a Miami Beach vibe to it here, even more than Panama City. So this is really the spot here in Cartagena where most expats live. So you have a nice tall apartment, and if you're lucky you have an apartment which is high up and you have a great view. The playa or the beach here is very notorious for the vendors. So they're very aggressive. So we walk through there and they approach you from all sides. But yeah, if you're used to that, you can handle it. Then it's not too big of a problem. But if that bothers you, you just have to consider that as well. So if you want to live the good life and be in a more modern part of the town, have a beach in walking distance and still be close to everything, Boca Grande could be for you. Then another district in Cartagena quite similar to Boca Grande is a district called Castillo Grande. It's more or less almost in Boca Grande, though Castillo Grande is cleaner with a more residential feel. This is really the richest area of Cartagena. It's very beautiful in this part of town. The only real downside is that there are not too many shops in walking distance. So this is La Boquilla where we are right now. This is a good alternative to Boca Grande, which has a lot more tourists and a lot more people. And life in La Boquilla is all about the beach. The beach is very clean and big and not really overrun with tourists and vendors like in Boca Grande. It's quite a new area with a lot of hotels and restaurants, but also very nice and upscale apartment complexes. The downside surely is that it's about 50 minutes drive from the historic center and that there are not really a lot of stores in walking distance. So another neighborhood in Cartagena is Gethsemane. This is really an up-and-coming neighborhood here in Cartagena with a lot of bars, with a lot of restaurants. The prices are not that high like in the Centro Histórico, but it's very near and it's just like 5 or 10 minutes walking to the historic center. But it's around 30% cheaper in the restaurants, bars and all that kind of stuff. So if you're an expat, this could be your home, a little outside of the historic center, but close and not as expensive. It has a lot of 1 or 2-story houses here, so no edificios, and the most houses here are very colorful, so yeah, a really cultural experience here in Gethsemane.
In a nutshell, I would say Gethsemane is a young, trendy neighborhood where people go because they don't want to pay the prices in the historic center. That's really the reason why we stayed in this area.
So we're here in Manga, which is a residential area, a little bit more outside of the tourist attractions. Manga is the most residential area and the least touristy in this video. In Manga you won't find too many tourists and it's a safe and quiet neighborhood. It's surely the safest of the non-touristy neighborhoods of Cartagena with just normal people, normal shops and normal lifestyle. This would probably be where we would live if we had chosen Cartagena, because it's cheaper than the other places mentioned in the video and because it's not touristy. In comparison to Boca Grande, Manga is not really spectacular. It's just a normal neighborhood.
So I hope you liked the video. These were the 6 top expat spots in Cartagena. If you want to see or if you want to know if you could be the perfect type of expat in Cartagena, we have a video up here where you can see that.
And if you liked the video, don't forget to like and subscribe.